Superfluid staking has been enabled on Osmosis, which is an IBC compatible DEX within the Cosmos ecosystem. And according to Osmosis, this is the only place where the feature actually exists. Superfluid staking means you're using your liquidity position to help secure the Osmo blockchain by staking. And as of this moment, the reward is an extra 19% on top of the 75, 76% currently offered by the pool. This is the pool that I'm talking about. It's pool number one, which consists of a 50-50 combination of ATOM and Osmo. This isn't free money, so let's look at what's happening before you decide just to jump right into this for an extra 19%. And once I explain some features of superfluid staking, I'll show you how to do this yourself. First of all, the only reason I could take advantage of superfluid staking right now is because I'm currently supplying liquidity to this pool. I agreed to bond my tokens, 1-to-1 ratio of ATOM and Osmo, in order to get this APR. The bonding means that if I want my tokens back, I have to scroll down here and click unbond all and wait the 14 days. Now, since I agreed to lock up these tokens, I actually have a placeholder token, right? This placeholder token represents my liquidity. The liquidity that I put into this pool is no longer mine. I'm giving it to the platform, the smart contract, and this is being used to fulfill token swaps on Osmosis. Since my tokens are locked up in this pool, they no longer show up in my wallet, and in fact, they don't belong to me right now. And in exchange for the risk that I'm taking to trust a smart contract with my money, and also the risk associated with liquidity pools in general, I'm getting this APR. That's why I said this APR is not free. I'm taking risk. Now, one of the issues with providing liquidity is that you're not staking your tokens. And this is kind of a decision that I made when I got this $384 worth of tokens. I chose to provide liquidity versus staking my ATOM, staking my Osmo. One of the features of cryptocurrencies in general is that they cannot be in two places at once. Either they're being staked or they exist in this liquidity pool. In general, the more tokens that are staked and delegated to a group of validators, the more secure the network is. I chose not to stake these tokens, but superfluid staking basically allows me to do two things at the same time. Not exactly, but let me show you. So down here gives me the option to go superfluid. What's basically going to happen is I'm going to be able to use a piece of my liquidity to secure the Osmo network, the Osmosis network. And you could see down here, this is a representation of the tokens that I put into the liquidity pool. And this is the estimated superfluid delegation I'll be able to use out of this liquidity. And it amounts to about 10 Osmo tokens right now. Something you should know is your entire liquidity position cannot be used to stake. And the reason for that is 50% of it is actually ATOM, which would not be able to be staked on the Osmosis blockchain. You're able to use a portion of the Osmo half to secure the blockchains. It ends up being 25% of your total liquidity. So what I have to do here is choose a validator. So I'm going to click bond and stake. This is a transaction. The underlying liquidity, which is represented by this GAM1 token, a portion of that is now being staked to the Osmosis blockchain. As my transaction broadcasts, it already went through. That didn't happen before. It took about 2 minutes before. So right now, I could see my validator. This doesn't affect the other tokens that I am staking on the Osmosis blockchain, by the way. This only affects this position, and about 10 Osmo are now staked with this validator. You could also see this doesn't affect my underlying liquidity. I still have 14 days to unbond. The amount is still the same. So this is a Medium article going over a lot more details of superfluid staking. What is it? Gives a brief explanation of how a DEX actually works, how it's different from a centralized exchange. And it talks about how this is different from liquid staking. They actually describe it as reverse liquid staking. Talks about what's in it for me, right? Obviously, more rewards. And you can see here, I got plus 19% rewards. That 19% is of my total liquidity. And again, that's because I'm not using my whole liquidity to take advantage of this superfluid staking. It's only a portion. So even though the Osmosis staking rewards are roughly like 78%, something like that, 79%, a quarter of that is being staked. That's why it's only 19%. And I recommend reading this Medium article. This is important. It says, I have assets on Osmosis. Can I superfluid stake in any pool I want? No. Right now, it's only the pool that I showed you, pool number 1. Other pools might be available in the near future. We don't know. And it goes on to explain the mechanics behind this feature, which is, like I said, it's unique to Osmosis Zone. Hopefully this video helped you understand what's actually happening with superfluid staking. I'll put all pertinent links in the description. And I'd really appreciate it if you could thumbs up this video, share it, leave comments if you think I left something out or have anything to say. And I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel. Thank you.